Hey everyone! Welcome back to some more Let's Play Vampire the Masquerade-Bloodlines. In the last episode, we arrived at the downtown area, and we were greeted with the Sabbat, smacking us right upside the head with a baseball bat. They would have ripped us to shreds had Nines Rodriguez not interfered on our behalf. He saved our life, and killed one of those Sabbat in the process of doing so, and asked us to meet him here at the last round in downtown to get the lowdown on what the Anarchs are all about. They don't like the Prince, they don't like the Camarilla, and the Anarchs apparently threw them out of the Los Angeles area some time ago, but the Camarilla are now back. The Prince himself was indifferent as opposed to seeing us, but assigned us another task, to investigate what is happening with the... Oh, what's the name of the boat? I don't know what the name of the boat is. We do. Oh, because it's the downtown area. Crap! I still don't know. Okay, the Elizabeth Dane. There it is. That's the name of the boat. He wants us to investigate the Elizabeth Dane, and in particular, find out about something called the Ankaran sarcophagus. The boat, all we know about the Elizabeth Dane is that all the crew were missing on the boat when it pulled into port, or wherever it's currently stationed out there in the ocean. Mr. LaCroix also wants us to discover what else the boat was shipping, and anything else the police might have discovered about the boat. He would like us to avoid killing everyone here, though. Unlike, for example, us destroying the warehouse with the Astrolite. So we'll attempt to do that. In any case, that's our current objectives. Oh! What's this? Vote! Robert Thorne. Not a murderous child pornographer. Oh, that's not how it works. Just all the advertisements need to just be constantly insulting the other guy. That's what political ads need to do. That's what it seems to be the case. In any case, we also have one other quest at the moment, and that would be to find out what is spreading the epidemic here throughout the downtown area. We met with Mr. Maximilian Strauss, the regent of the local Tremere Chantry, who wants us to look into this, and will offer us some sort of payment or reward upon doing so. The Anarchs themselves sound like they'd be happy to have us look into it also. We also got another quest that we didn't accept from Skelter to eliminate one Patty, a ghoul whose Toreador creator, or gifter, Sugar Daddy is what Skelter called him, left town some time ago. Now, he wants her killed, but it occurred to me that I'm pretty sure I have in the past convinced Patty to leave without killing her. I think we need a high persuasion to do it. It might be persuasion 6. So, I think we will take the quest while we're here, because I want to go back in the last round and talk to more of the Anarchs about anarchism. And then or anarchy. And then we'll go ahead and try getting some of these quests done. So, be prepared for more info dumps about vampirism, everyone, because we're going to hear a bit more of it. Figured we'd start with this, and then mosey on over to one of the other spots where I think we can do these side quests and talk about what we learned from these people.
What's up?
I was thinking about your Patty problem. I think I can help you out.
All right, have fun. I'd love to do this one myself, but I know her side. Just let me know when it's done.
All right. One more question for you, Skelter.
Yeah?
So what's your problem with the Camarilla?
The Camarilla just ain't necessary. Their rules is just common sense shit. The Masquerade and all that. Sure, it makes sense. Like the 10 Commandments. You know the 10 Commandments, don't you?
Well, to be fair, that's not necessarily common sense. If we lived in a world where it was just might makes right, Ten Commandments wouldn't be a thing, right? Look at, there was plenty of other civilizations that have existed that didn't follow those rules, as it were. Sure.
Yeah, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not kill. Sounds good, but you and me both know that shit don't always fly. What if some society like the Camarilla comes along and just up and kills you if you break one damn commandment?
Depends upon the commandment. Law and order is every kindred's friend.
Whatever, man. I choose not to submit. I signed away my rights once, and it landed my ass in a Southeast Asian jungle with nothing but an M60 and a shitload of questions. Now I'm dead and the real hell starts. I'll be dust before I roll over and take it again.
That's fine, Skelter. It's not for everyone. So the Anarchs... So the Anarchs are the way, huh?
Anarchs? We are the only ticket to free living in the afterlife, my friend.
I'm not going to insult Nines by calling him the Prince of the Anarchs. Alright, thanks, Skelter. I'm out of here. Sounds like he was in Vietnam or Korean War and didn't know what he was fighting there for. Most people there probably didn't. That was a... Well, I'll save my opinion.
Hey, what's the word on the streets?
Hey, the Prince is sending me to check out the Elizabeth Dane.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really? Why? What's up, Jack?
The sarcophagus. Did LaCroix tell you about the Ankaran sarcophagus?
No. But honestly, Jack, I wouldn't trust him to tell me the truth anyway.
Yeah, well, maybe I should fill you in on the details. That sarcophagus is bad news. Kindred around the globe have been going batshit since it was discovered.
Why?
The word is there's an ancient asleep in there. One of the fathers, one of the vampires, that if you trace your lineage way back, there's a chance it'd end up with him at the root.
He was asleep this whole time?
Ancients don't just nap. They sleep whole ages away. And when they wake up, they're hungry.
So he'll wake up and go hunting.
It's more than that, kiddo. Most kindred think it's one of the signs of the end, the apocalypse. Every religion has their own version of it. Kindred call it Gehenna, and the way they tell it, it starts when the ancients rise to devour their children.
You don't really believe this stuff, do you?
Well, kiddo, I guess you're gonna be the one to find out. Hey, good luck. Try not to wake Grandpa Munster and kill the world, huh?
Before I go, one more question for you, Jack.
Sure thing, kiddo. Fire away.
Well, what do you think of the Camarilla, Jack?
Oh, my favorite topic.
Well, what do you think about the Camarilla ideals?
Don't think the Camarilla has a monopoly on those ideals, okay, kid? No one is arguing over that shit, and if they tell you that's what this fight is all about, then they're really giving you the full fist. You hear me?
It wouldn't surprise me if they were.
The Camarilla protects the people running the Camarilla. That's it, the end. The rest of them are bloody gristle for the machine.
I don't agree. Their ideas aren't all bad.
Not bad, evil. Man, think if a country had the same dictator that lived for 500 years. It's also a blood-drinking predator. Think there's gonna be some evil shit come out of that equation?
It depends upon the person, to be quite honest. Some people, yeah. Some people, no. It depends. So, actually, I like number 2. So, do you have a problem with the whole Camarilla or just the leadership?
I'm not saying let's go torch the Malkavian living under the abandoned hotel because she happens to be a Camarilla. I'm saying let's change that shit from the top down.
How do you know who's the bad guy, then?
Camarilla membership is 95% victims, 5% evil bastards. But make sure and understand, any of those victims points a gun at me, they get drained and slaughtered like sheep.
What about me? Am I part of the problem or what?
Hey man, you do what you gotta do to survive when you're young, but there comes a time when that excuse don't fly no more. When you should know better or want to do something about it.
I think everyone benefits from order. Anarchy offers little protection.
Beware the protection of wolves.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair, Jack. Later. I think this is the first time I'm actually standing up for the Camarilla, talking with the Anarchs. I mean, I can see their point of view. I can agree with it in certain aspects. And I agree, and the Camarilla aren't necessarily all good. I'm not saying they're all good either.
Sup.
I love her sup, by the way. I think I use that when I'm talking to my friends all the time. Sup. It is quick, just like that. So questions for you, damsel.
Yeah?
So, you know anything about the Regent? He blames you for the Plague Bearers.
That goddamn blood witch told you what? He thinks we're responsible for that plague bearer? If I hadn't promised Nines I'd keep my nose clean, I'd go over right now and rip him a new wizard chute. Magic missile casting motherfucker!
Something else about the Plague Bearer.
What?
Something. Calm down, damsel.
Yeah?
So, tell me about the Anarchs.
We are about passion, Canny, and freedom. Things most Camarilla types just can't understand. I could go on, but Skelter says it takes too long to get me off my soapbox. Ask him. Or even Jack.
Alright. But I want you to tell me what you think, damsel. Go ahead.
I mean, geez. It just makes sense. Power should be redistributed amongst all of us, not just the few. Communism would actually work for Kindred, where it fails with humans. It's just common sense, you know?
Oh, man. I'm recording this for YouTube, damsel. There's no reason. I'm not getting involved in that nonsense. Okay, I did have a question about something else, though.
Yeah?
I'm not going to talk about my politics. That would be a very bad idea. Tell me about Smiling Jack.
Jack? Jack's Jack. Kind of a legend amongst Anarchs. There's not an Anarch in the world who wouldn't stand in rock star awe of Jack. Even the Camarilla doesn't mess with him.
Really? I had no idea. Jack's one of the cooler people I've met.
He's been around a long time. He used to be a pirate, so the rumor goes. Talk to Jack. He's never short on chat.
Alright, maybe I'll go do that. Take care, damsel. And Nines?
Sorry, newbie, but I got the whole city shouting in my ear right now. We'll have to rant some other night.
Alright, man. Have a good night. By the way, I didn't... A bonus point if you know where this song's from. And that guy looks a lot like the other bartender. Maybe... I wonder if... So, I know that you can tell the other bartender that we met at the asylum that you are here for his job, basically, with a persuasion check to get you up into the... up to see Therese Vorman. And so I'd be curious if that ended up being that same bartender if you had used a persuasion check. Alright, so what's our current objectives? Damsel sent us on a trail of the Plague Bearer, the kindred responsible for the outbreak in the LA epidemic. She suggested going to speak to the ghoul Paul at the Skyline Apartments, or talking to some of the bums around the city. Well, there's lots of bums around here, so why not start with the bums? And then we'll go ahead and talk with some of the other, Oh, and maybe we'll find out where Paul is at the Skyline after this. Can we talk with you, miss? No, we cannot. Alright. How about these guys? And so I guess it's the fall? Out here? Actually, it is, right? Yeah, it's November, or it's either early November or late October in the game world. Because I remember the newspapers saying that.
What? Get away from me! Leave me alone!
I just need to ask you about the sickness that's been plaguing the homeless.
Oh, you do? Well, I don't believe you. You're after my aluminum cans, aren't you? Well, you're not gonna get them. Just get away!
Oh, man! I'll do anything once. Calm down, sweetheart. You know, I've always been attracted to older women.
Ah, okay. Alls I know is that old Tin Can Bill. He's been jabbering about some kind of monster that took him somewhere and got him sick. And that's all I know, okay? And that's all I'm saying.
Where is this Tin Can Bill?
Well, you can usually find him down in his alleyway, just across from that bar over there.
Alright, thanks. See ya. Quest updated. So I think she means the alley to our left. And then, yeah, down... Oh, actually, I don't know which of these paths it is, so I guess we'll find out by going down all of them. By the way, are we kind of near Skyline Apartments? No, we're not. Okay. Instant cash, buy, trade, sell. It's probably down one of these. This looks like a dead end. That's absolutely a dead end. Oh, what does the advertisement say? Something you well. Oh, so well. Saguaro Falls will make you well. And a cute girl over there. Well, we have a sewer grate here we could go down, but I'm hoping to find Mr. Tin Can Bill someplace around here first, or instead. Man, without any inspection, this is going to be really rough for me to find. Absolutely no chance for me finding any, like, well, then again, the bum stim probably have picked this place clean of anything worthwhile. You must be Mr. Bill.
Who's there, huh? Old Bill can't see too good these days. Is that you, Fred? I ain't got no booze tonight, so you may as well get the hell out of here.
It's not Fred, Bill. I've heard you can tell me why everyone's getting sick.
Yeah, I might be able to. But I'm awful thirsty tonight, mister. Could you spare $5 for a man who's been down on his luck?
Wow. I'm not going to use persuasion to spare $5. Sure, here's $5.
Thank you much. I'm going to have to go pick up some hooch. For medicinal purposes, you know. Now, I know you ain't going to believe old Bill, because I've been telling my friends and the cops and everyone since it happened. And people just say that it's the hooch talking and nothing more.
It's alright. I'll believe you, Bill.
It was a monster, you see. Monster with his face all twisted and ugly, teeth longer than your finger, and these eyes, piss yellow and full of hate. I've never seen eyes like that before. Still giving me bad dreams.
So, what happened?
He grabbed me, threw me over his shoulder, took me to the bad place, the dark place. Oh, God, the smell. Worse than anything I've... And then he bit me. My neck. Oh, God, it was horrible. Don't remember too much after that. Blacked out and woke up here in my alley. Haven't been feeling too well since then.
Bill, I need to know where that monster took you.
Came up through the sewers, he did. Just around the corner there. Don't want to go back to the bad place, friend. Don't let the monster come back and take me there.
Bill, stay with me. Everything's going to be alright. Don't worry, Bill. Someone's going to pay for this. So, something about this quest. Oh man, I'm angry. Poor Bill, man. He did not deserve this. Picking on the poor and the downtrodden is awful. God, I hate the vampire that did this to that guy. Well, so let's talk about this really quick. So, this is not an easy quest. The Plague Bearer quest will pit you against these mini-bosses, basically. 3 different types of them. One is a... Well, no. I don't want to say too much more. I've already ruined some of it. I'll just say that they're tough. They are not easy to defeat, and you can't talk your way out of fighting them, and you cannot talk them down. You will have to fight them. Do we want to go in here? We'll go in there later, whatever building that is. Actually, no. Why? Why not go here now? Let's go here now. Well, no, let's not go here now. All right. So anyway, they're tough. They're very tough, and I don't think I've got what it takes to win that fight yet. I would want... Stamina's not going to help me. Because... Well, it will. But, perception and more in guns would help me more, I think. Or wits or another point in celerity. So we're going to try... We'll learn what we can about the Plague Bearers. But we'll come back to deal with them after I've done most of everything else. And as usual, everyone, here in Chapter 2, you're going to see me do most of the side quests I can, or feel like I can accomplish first, before we even step foot into the Elizabeth Dane. Heads up that I think some quests in this game resolve on you, or you miss out on them if you don't find them and or complete them within a certain amount of time. And you can miss the objects that are required by for some of them as well. So if you like what you see, you haven't played this game before, you decide to pick it up, just do a lot of exploring. A lot of it. You want to explore as much as you possibly can. And I guess we'll go down here and see what's... down that area. So I thought there was a car coming by. At no point to my recollection will we be in danger of being run over by a vehicle. Alright, so... Yeah, so I'm thinking more and more that we're going to be a Camarilla guy this time around. I do like the structure and the order, but I think that's me talking. I like that. Maybe that wouldn't make sense for Lotaeri, though. I mean, so we've come up with some house rules for us, but I didn't think of a really huge background for him. Like, I don't know what his political ideologies would be, or which direction he leans in, or anything of that sort. I never really considered it. In the past, I've always chosen neutral options when it's come down to Camarilla or Anarchs, because I think you get a choice to join one of them. And maybe I'm wrong about that, but I think if you join the Camarilla, I want to say that LaCroix gives you a better haven, or maybe it's after your job on the Elizabeth Dane, depending on how good you do or don't do. I know the Tremere give you a better haven if you are a Tremere, and I don't remember if the Anarchs do. The Nosferatu will, when you eventually reach the Nosferatu clan home. They'll let you stay there if you wish. That sounded like a heavy gun, whatever that was. Oh. Well, we didn't learn too much about what's going on yet. I don't think we have a reason to go back to, I don't think we have a reason to go back to Strauss quite yet. We didn't learn enough to tell him anything. Hotel. Right, that leads to Fat Larry. Oh, well, let's see where this bum's coming from. It looked like there was some sort of ruined museum here. Or a theater? Something of that sort is what we saw. And apparently you're allowed to walk back here. Let's giant hole in the side here. Actually, there's less cops walking around here than there are in Santa Monica. That would make sense, right? Because there was the murder on the pier there. But hello. We can go in there. Before we do that, let's look around outside. See if there's anything else. For some reason, I want to say there's like a wad of cash somewhere out here, or something else we can pick up around here, but looks like I'm misremembering. Alright, well, if there is something out here, I don't see it, so let's go ahead and see what's inside this place. It looks rather abandoned.
Help me! Help me! It's got them. It's coming for me now. It's coming for me.
Slow down. What's coming? Who are you?
My crew. We were here shooting for my show. I'm a parapsychologist. Haunted L.A. Oh, God, it was right behind me. We've got to get out of here.
What's behind you?
Look, I'll level with you. We usually fake these things, you know, ghosts. It's all bullshit. We were setting up downstairs, and weird shit started happening. My crew, they all started disappearing. I don't know what's happening.
Wait here. I'll go see if I can find them.
No, don't go down there. We've got to get out. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming.
He is terrified. It was a hospital, this place, or some sort of medical clinic. Urgent care, perhaps. So sounds like they were here going to fake the ghosts. And instead, Phasmagoria happened. And the ghost turned out to be real. And I guess is harming or killing them. Can't jump over that. Maybe we can get in through the vent here. This was the camera that we just saw. I think it was. I can see a girl on the screen there. Her back is against a wall. She looks terrified. His body's gone as well. Maybe something quickly took it. It looks like whatever is down here is grabbing these people and bringing them somewhere.
Real terror is not the sight of death. It is the fear of death. What is the fear of death? Terror of the unknown. Is it these eyes you peer into? No. I am not the unknown. You and I are closer kin than you and it were.
What are you?
Drinking blood to sustain your death, you are damned, yes? What if, besides the blood of the living, you had to eat pounds of their flesh to maintain that thin facade of life? What would you call it? Twice damned?
You have to eat human flesh.
We drink blood. I eat flesh. Kine eat food. But Kine think us a monster. Without remorse, they would burn our body twice over to be certain we were destroyed. What is unnatural for some is vital for others.
Who are you?
My birth name I tell no one. You may address me as Pisha. Pisha was the name of my companion and lover in a time before my death, 230 years ago. She has no need of it anymore.
Why are you living in a condemned building?
My stay in this city is transitory. I seek relics of the occult traced here and would trade similar artifacts to acquire them. But if you wish to bargain with me, the Kine upstairs must be sent down here. He has seen too much.
He'll never come down here. He's scared out of his mind.
Tell him this was all a ruse, his friends playing a joke. He will come. He must come down here. If he leaves, the frail disguise we wear for mortals will be seen through.
Are you going to eat him?
Eventually.
I won't. Forget it. I'm leaving. Pisha, a flesh-eating, woman in the basement of the abandoned hospital wants you to send the TV reporter down to her lair so she can kill him. He's seen too much. A good excuse everyone seems to have is, I need you to kill this person because the masquerade will be broken. Kill this person, he's seen too much. Kill this, Jack even had us do that to the thugs. That we first encountered in the tutorial. I'm tired of sending innocents to their death in order to save the masquerade. She might be right. He's seen too much. But I'm not sending him down here. If we encounter him, I think instead we'll try to make him forget about what occurred through other means. Or I'd rather kill him than send him down there to get eaten. It'll be quick. Well, I guess Pisha might make it quick as well. So, right? So we're doing a little bit of role-playing here, everyone. So let's just get this out of the way. Pisha is what she's told us. I guess I shouldn't ruin this in case anyone else doesn't know. She has agreed to trade with us artifacts in return for other artifacts. But she'll only do it if first we convince this reporter to come down to her so she can kill him. This is a bridge too far for me, I think, for Lotaeri. I eagerly did it with my Malkavian, and I did it with my Nosferatu. But Lotaeri feels wrong. Feels really wrong to do that, so we're not going to do that. And you saw me grabbing all those pieces of wood, by the way, because they get in the way all the flippin' time. Make a lot of noise and mess up my movement. They could actually soft lock me as well. So we're not going that way, but I think we can climb over. Yep, we climb over that in this direction. Let's see. Oh, okay, good. And he's not here anyway, so we don't have to worry about finding him. What's this? A business card. Simon Milligan, Skyline Apartments, Apartment 1, Los Angeles, California. This is a business card for Haunted LA. The name on the card is Simon Milligan. The address listed is Skyline Apartments, Apartment 1, downtown Los Angeles, California. Looks like we do know where he is after all. Let's see if we can find him and maybe make him forget. With our... Alright, let's be perfectly frank. With my Malkavian, I had dementia, and I was able to make him insane if I wanted him to forget about Pisha and what he saw down there. With the Nosferatu, I think I just killed him, because he's terrified of me as well. With my character, I think we'll try to use Majesty to make him forget about it. Maybe we can send him away, and he'll never talk to anyone about it. And that will complete the quest. That girl's got a really good, powerful jawline on her. Alright, so we have 2 things now that require us going to the Skyline Apartments. So why don't we make our way there next? And we'll see if we can't figure out, see where Paul is, and also see if we can't find this reporter. If we don't have the option to make him to use Majesty or use Persuasion or something like that to make him forget about what he's seen, then I think instead we'll leave him there. I can't stress enough, everyone, how much I do not want to kill him. Or at least send him to Pisha. I don't desire to do that whatsoever. Hey, man. Now, it may be just me, but I think the prostitutes here on these streets are a little more desperate than the ones we saw in Santa Monica. I mean, look at her. I mean, she's practically letting it all hang out there. I don't know if I agree with that. Come on, you gotta leave something for the imagination. Alright, we got a theater here to our left. Can we go in the theater? We cannot. We don't need any blood. That's looking pretty good. And here's the Skyline Apartments. So let's head on in and see what we can find here. Actually, is there a back entrance? I do not see one if there is one. That guy's entering a combat pose. Oh, there's a security guard outside. Empire Arms Hotels. But we're not here for that. Let's head into the Skyline. We have a security guard doing security stuff. Maybe we can talk with him? Can he help us find someone? S. Milligan, S. Milton, G. Welch, P. Anderson, Paul Anderson, that must be who we're here for. Forrest crossed out, H. Glazer. And we can't talk with him. I'm probably not allowed back in the employees only area with the cop right there. So let's go ahead and see if there's another way for us to maybe get there. We're at the ground floor already. I don't think we're able to actually take the elevator anywhere either. He looks really angry. Okay, so... Okay, the elevators probably brings us to individual suites, but those are probably also locked. Let's see if we can find maybe another way to get into that place. Maybe there is something down here we missed it, or I missed it. If there is, I don't see it. Maybe there's a sewer entrance to the Skyline Apartments, though. So where are we? We're at by 2. Okay, we'll have to go into the sewer system if you want to know for sure. Is there a sewer entrance around here? Not on that side. I don't see us any sewer down there. Oh, where is a sewer entrance? All right, there's probably one by the bums in the back alley here. So we'll jog over here and take a quick peek at it. Another parking garage out to our left. Quite a lot of them here in downtown. A back entrance to some sort of building. I think that's a theater, but we can't enter that. Can't talk with you either. Oh, this just brings us back out to a different a street, but there's nothing there. Are all the sewer entrances really on the other side of the city? I guess they are. Oh no, there's one across from here. Oh, hello. We should probably avoid the cop. It looks like he's, or the guard. He's probably guarding this area in particular. Holy crap! It's too steep of a hill, really? An incline? Okay. So let's go down here. Oh, a bit more rusted than the other sewer system we were in earlier. Down the sewer system, I will run everywhere because the footsteps are wrong for walking. Let's see where we are. C. C brings us into the Skyline Apartments. So we want to go straight ahead and make a right. I'm pretty sure that's what we want. Unless I was facing the wrong way. Where am I again? I'm pretty sure that was A. Yes, okay. So we do want to go this direction. Maybe I just missed it. It looks like that's sealed. Oh! Nope, there is an entrance here. Access point C. And to the left from this access point. Someone peeled open the door, the grating there. Let's use Auspex. Wow. Okay. So there's a computer system down here. I'm pretty sure this is the Skyline Apartments. And it looks like there's a camera in one of the people's rooms. In all the rooms, bathrooms and bedrooms, where people tend to get undressed in. There's a girl in her bed on one of these, on one of the cameras. What's with all the chairs in this entire game sounding like they're made of steel? Solid steel. Okay. So, we're watching you. Let's see. Email? We don't know it. Hacker 3 is not enough to get into this. Apartment notes. Apartment 1. Simon Milligan. He's on TV, so odds are footage of his place will be worth something eventually. I gotta keep an eye on him. Apartment 2. Sean Milton. He's a slob, and he never really has chicks over. Some guy has been staying with him lately, so I haven't wanted to watch much. Milton and Durbin contacted each other. We'll want to probably visit this apartment and see where they went. Apartment 3. Georgia Welch. This rich broad is pretty hot. Oh, the password on her door is 9648, so maybe I'll sneak in there and steal some panties to auction off online. Not if we steal them first. I meant, not if... yes, that's fine. You can do that. Where's a pen? Do I have a pen? I have no pen. I'm not going to remember that code, and I need to. The game's not going to tell me what they... I'll be right back. Okay. Let's, need a piece of paper. Okay. Alright. Yes. This is, important. Yes, this isn't for panties. We don't... I don't need any panties. I got plenty... I don't need any panties. We're good. Let's go ahead and just write down the code. Apartment 3. Alright, there we go. Okay, let's ignore everything I just said for, like, the past, 2 minutes and move on to the next apartment. Apartment 4. Vacant. No reason to keep an eye on this one. Apartment 5. Paul Anderson. I thought there was no reason to watch him, but then I caught him upstairs. I'll keep the tape rolling. That's interesting. So Mr. Paul Anderson, who we're looking for, went upstairs to apartment 5. I'm sorry, apartment 6. Hannah Glazer, the gold mine. Something hot is always going down in there, and that something is usually Hannah herself. We could try hacking this with using Auspex one more time. I don't know if a wits of 4 is going to be enough, so I'm not going to bother doing it. Now, we know one of the apartment codes to apartment 3. And it looks like we can get maybe somewhere else through this grating. Sorry, this vent. So let's go ahead and do this to start. This must be apartment 1. So this is where Mr. Milligan is. Yup. He even has cameras still in here too. He might be here, assuming he ran back here to try to calm himself down after what he saw. Nothing in the bathroom. Pretty clean individual. His place is rather tidy. A few some food left around. He might have left in a hurry to film his most recent shoot. He's not downstairs. Maybe in his bedroom. Because I don't know how he'll take to having someone strange walking around in his house. But his mental state is already pretty bad. Facts. Need new furniture? Shop at Sofa King. We are so fucking great. A photo. A blurry photo of what looks to be a Nosferatu. Well, with that, he'll lose... If he's looking to turn that into some person, at least he won't be able to do that anymore, so we'll stop him from breaking the masquerade there. Boo. Upcoming shows. Show 17? Hospital horror. A dilapidated hospital in the downtown area. This place is very spooky. Minimal work required. The place is scary as hell. We'll say it's the ghost of a nurse who feels as if she still has patients to serve. Show 18. Eternal Unrest. There's a cemetery in Hollywood. It's full of actors with more than just dead careers. Again, it shouldn't take much effort on our part. Email? There's no way we're getting into this. Ghost Boo. Haunted. Haunt. I don't know what it is. Local paper sensationalizes fact. Is there maybe some hint? Caroline? Haunted LA? Caroline's? I got nothing. Another, obviously another bathroom. A ton of pills, but nothing we can take. And no sign of him anywhere here.
You're from the hospital. But my crew, are they...
I was hoping to not use persuasion to get him to go down there. Get out of here. Run faster than you ever have before I change my mind. Alright, we're not doing any quests for Pisha. That's super awkward, because she's got some nice stuff, but I'm not going to send him down there to his death. It also means we're giving up even more experience points by not doing that. Alright, that's it. So, key card also gone. I guess we can go back to pitch. I can go back to pitch off screen and see what she says about what we did. So, alright, that's it for this apartment. And yes, I'm gonna keep that. I'm going to keep it. That will actually be really painful for me, because I know one of the items she gives is very useful. But no, I'm not killing them. Nope, not doing that. Okay, so let's try apartment number 2.
Mr. Milton, you know who this is, and I do hope you realize that we're still on for tonight. Meet me at the agreed-upon location across from the bar by the underpass. Bring your associate, Mr. Durbin, as it is a two-man job that I am proposing. With any luck, the two of you are already on your way, and I shall see you soon. Goodbye.
Some car stereos. I guess we'll just take them. We can sell them. We've already learned that Mr. Durbin's a kind of a jerk. And a slob. Wow, an absolute slob. At least his bathroom is kind of clean. You know, I didn't even think to search the refrigerator. It's not like I'm expecting to find blood in it, though. I guess there could be blood, however, in the first guy's refrigerator if they're looking... Well, no, they'd be cheap. They'd use fake blood or ketchup or something like that as a prop. I mean, we'll still take a peek around his place while we're here. I don't know if there's something else of interest here. Remember, we're not above stealing from people. We did have some lock picking when we created our character. I'm just against killing people who I think are innocent. Is that really all there is? For some reason, I think there should be something else here. I think that's the case for every single one of these apartments, and no, nothing else here. We did get a book right now. What is this? Vampires might not need glasses, but they do need hooked on phonics. You need a research skill of at least 5 to read this book. Okay, well, we got a research of... not that. We need 6 more points to gain 1 more point in scholarship, which increases our research and persuasion. Or 1 point in intelligence to increase our research... 8 points of experience to increase our intelligence 1. So we'll probably be increasing scholarship then. I think this book gives us a chance to increase our melee skill, if I recall correctly. Now, let's think here. Sure. Let's keep checking the other apartments. We'll check all the apartments, everyone, and then we'll call the session after that. Oh, this is a nice girl's apartment. Very nice. So the nice girls, the rich girl's apartment. Good taste. I like the wallpaper. The vases are very pretty too. I like the patterns on the rug and her furniture out living room. That looks very nice. This will be just a sitting room. There's no TV there. Nothing on the shelves. Nothing here. Very, very small sink. Gonna have to do dishes more or less after you eat every single time. No real, yeah, there's enough. Yeah, there's enough counter space to store dishes and what have you. Tim, looks like she's showing off some of the more expensive dishes she has. By the way, I'm just walking around because I'm not actually expecting to find anybody. And what have we here? I'll save your screen, nerd. Safe? We have no clue what the password is. Oh, you know what? I just saw right there. The difficulty is shown for us below. I didn't realize it before. So we need a hacking of 6 to open the safe in this apartment. I wasn't planning on taking hacking that high. I wonder where her safe even is. That is a fancy computer. I wonder if the password is nerd. No, okay. Ah, here's her safe. But we don't know the we can't open it. So, that's it. Alright, I haven't seen anything else lying around here either. I probably wouldn't take anything from her, even if there was something lying around. Because you don't want her knowing that someone is casing the place. Like, if you're gonna go for everything at once. Because you'd be worried about them, tightening up security afterwards. We can't get into apartment 4, but we know that apartment's abandoned. And this is Paul's apartment. Oh God. And Paul is quite dead.
Hi, Paul. It's Hannah. Just calling to see how you are. I hope I didn't give you what I've got. I feel like crap. Actually, I need to ask you a favor. Could you pick me up some cold medicine at the store? I hate to bother you, but I can't seem to get out of bed. The code on my door is 1203. Hey, listen, I had a really good time the other night. Maybe we could do it again sometime. Sorry, I'm rambling. Okay, bye.
Oh, that sucks. Darn it. Girl finally meets someone she seems to like. She's accidentally... So the dryer's even on, so he must have died just a few hours, maybe an hour or two ago. God, poor guy. Oh, poor girl, too. She's likely dead when we get up there already. If she's not, if she isn't, she's gonna be dying shortly. Assuming her body handles whatever the plague bearers are doing to them the same way that poor Paul's body did. That said, you can't take it with you when you go, so we might as well take a look around and see if he's got anything we might be interested in while we're here. Bit ghoulish, but well, we're a vampire, so we'll just try to, you know, we'll do it. I don't see anything else in here. Alright, so let's go upstairs and see the poor girl. Good looking place. Reminds me a bit of an apartment I used to live in. I'm a big fan of these types of lights. I have them all over my house. My house is a bit... Well, actually, my house is really dark. I kind of like it like this, like we see right here. That's my theme as well, because I can see on the computer better if it's dark. So I have a lot of light canceling shades, and oh, looks like her place is completely locked up. All right, 12021. 1203. So we can probably take either the elevator from the rich girl's apartment. I think instead we'll go back out to the entrance of Skyline Apartments. We'll walk back in the front door, and we'll take the elevator in the lobby upstairs. I think we've forgotten one or two things here, but I can go back here off screen. In fact, I'll save the game now, and I can check for anything I might have missed off screen. I don't remember which of these lead. I think that's the exit to the... Yeah, I think that's the exit to the lobby. We don't want to open that door. The cop will get suspicious. That's the computer room. Alright, we go back up. Oh, it's gonna be quite a long walk, Tim. Maybe this will take you somewhat closer to the Skyline Apartment main lobby again. Oh, okay. Probably to the back of the bar. Oh, some twins are out here. I guess having a little pleasure before they turn in for the night or go to whatever business meeting that they're going to in that attire. Okay. So, we want floor 6. It's the only lead we have as to what's going on with the plague bearers. And we know she's sick, so she's probably met one of them as well. I wonder what bloodborne diseases that the vampires are giving to them to make them so sick like this. I'm guessing it's all of them. Oh, she was recently here. If those candles are anything to judge it by. They're lit and not burned down entirely. The girl in the bed that we saw.
Paul, is that... Hey, you're not Paul. Who are you? What are you doing in here?
I'm a friend of Paul's. He just wanted me to come over and check on you.
He did? That's so sweet. He's such a nice guy. Is everything okay with him?
Yeah, sure. You sound pretty sick, Hannah. What have you got?
I don't really know. I've taken all kinds of medicine, but I can't seem to get rid of it. I feel like I got a fever and a sore throat. I'm real weak. Can't seem to get out of bed. What day is it? I can't remember.
Sounds pretty bad. Where did you get it?
Well, I think I got sick from one of my clients. I was feeling fine until I saw her a few days ago.
Who is this client?
She was just a woman who called. She found my ad in the newspaper. Usually only do business with referrals, you know, but she was offered a lot of money.
What can you tell me about this woman?
Her name was Jezebel Locke. I'm usually not too good with names, you know, but hers was so strange. I can't seem to get it out of my head.
Where'd you meet her, Hana? Where is this Jezebel Locke?
She had a room at the Empire Hotel. I can't remember the number. Hey, are you sure that Paul's okay? He's not sick, is he?
Paul's just fine, Hana. Don't worry about him.
Good. He's a nice guy. I hope he calls me again sometime.
I'm sure he will, Hana.
I hope so. I really do.
Rest in peace, Hana. I'll go and take care of Jezebel Locke. But first, we'll search the rest of the apartment as I try not to be so sad about this quest. Alright, she's got a safe. What's the lockpicking requirement on this? 6. We have 5? So we need blood buff if we're going to do that. Oh, I saw something for half a second. I know you're here, mystical thing. What is that? Wait, what is that? There's something here. Appointment book. This looks like a standard appointment book. 90504, Arthur Kilpatrick. Meet Arthur at his place in Santa Monica. Remember to bring the handcuffs and orange jumpsuit, as he likes to play lockdown at the women's prison. This guy is sick. Oh! I really hope they were using protection, because Arthur's... Well, you know, we didn't... So, if you read in the Santa Monica computer that Mr. Kilpatrick has herpes. So maybe he got it from this girl. Maybe he's had it, and maybe he's given it to her since then. I'm not sure. I hope that she didn't have it, though. Vandal C. 7:30 at the blood bank. Bring pliers and the blowtorch. What the hell is Vandal doing? 9/12/04. David Hatter, room 413 at the Lucky Star in Hollywood. He likes that weird umbrella and water balloon thing. 9/15/04. Simon Milligan, downstairs in his room. God, I hate that guy. 9/17/04. Jezebel Locke? New client. Respond to my ad in the paper. She has a suite at the Empire Hotel. I don't know what to think of this one, but there's something about her voice. I don't know. She's offering big bucks, so I guess I can't pass it up. 9/20/04. Paul Anderson, an honest-to-God date. I can't believe he asked me out. I'm so excited. I'm so sorry. But we really need what's inside your safe. So we're gonna do this. $200. A bit ghoulish, but she won't need the money. Alright, everyone. We have 3 experience saved so far. So... Alright, I think we stop here, everyone. Yeah, I think we stop here. So, I guess one or two things really quick. Man, I wish I could have convinced that guy to forget all about what he saw. I will go to Pisha off screen, and we'll see what she says. Actually, I guess what I'll do is I'll cut the recording here, everyone. We'll go to Pisha together, and we'll see what she says about that gentleman. And if she doesn't like what we did, so be it. That will be the end of that. That's all I got. Man, it just... Oh, what am I... Okay, I guess it doesn't matter. God, what are the items you can get from Pisha, though, are so good. It's so good. But we're not getting it. That's all there is to it. All right, so be it. So be it, Tim. Keeping character. We will go back, though, and tell her what we did. So I'll be right back, everyone. I'll be in front of her when I come back. Give me a few seconds, and we'll end the session at that point. And I might as well get this as well. There's a bum who just went around the corner here. But I think I have time to feed on the guard here really quick. So I figured I'd get on camera to show you guys where I got all my blood from. Okay, and now I'm off to Pisha. I'll be right back. Alright, everyone, here we are. Let's see what Pisha says. So. Wow, she's finished that one, gentleman. Oh my god, I'm been busy with others as well.
I made a request of you. Why have you not sent the man down?
I let him go. There was no way I was going to let you eat him.
Disappointing. He will bring others. Lawmen. This will be an inconvenience. I should have known not to involve a novice in this matter. I go.
Wait. That's it. We could fight her and kill her. I don't know why we would do that, though. She can go. I have got no problem with her leaving. So... Failed. You have failed to eliminate Milligan for Pisha, thereby putting the Masquerade at risk. Interesting. So it's a guaranteed, yeah, we should have done it, I suppose. Well, that's it. I might be willing to reload the game if you guys think I can get away with it. Nah, I guess we're just gonna stick with it. Gonna stick with it. God. Role-playing sucks. Oh, no, I love it. I love it. All right, well, it just makes it it'll make things a lot tougher for us. Tougher than they're already going to be for some of my house rules, but there you have it. All right, so thank you guys for watching, and now I will go ahead and add the comments that I'll comment on your comments, any of the ones that I got at the end of the last video. So if you like that sort of thing, stick around, and we'll go ahead and talk about it. I'll just walk up and down, I think, the streets of downtown, listen to music as I do that talking. I might actually also just, I might decide to pick up a few knives that are lying around on the ground and sell them as well. We'll see. Where am I trying to go? Oh, we're going this way. And, no, seriously, if you guys do think I should reload the game and send that guy down to his death, let me know, I'll do it. But, I know I shouldn't do it. Come on, Tim, you're playing a character. Still, let me know if you think I should. All right, that's enough of that. I'll be back in a few seconds with the comments on the comments. I hate that board. Hey, everyone. All right, welcome to the comments section of the video. I guess it's a weird way to put it, but it does accurately describe what we're doing. We're going to talk about the comments I got on the last video. So let's go ahead and do this. So first up, we're going to go with Bruno, who says, "Don't you hate when you are trying to help and you end up committing assault and manslaughter on accident? I hate that." That happens way too often. Bruno is referring to me hearing gunfire and then seeing some thugs fight some what looked like normal people on the street, but it turned out they're just two rival gangs based on the fact they're all dressed exactly the same. And we accidentally killed or attacked the guys in the red jackets, and that made everyone hostile when the cops showed up and we were killed by Fat Larry. Right there at the very end. How about that? You know, that happens to me in Underrail as well. I occasionally try to help, like, Agents Incorporated defend the island, and someone walks onto some acid my character has thrown on the ground, or a grenade doesn't quite land where I would think it would go, or I use a spray attack and I just accidentally clip someone on my side, and then all my side goes hostile to me as well, and I have to reload. What the heck? I hate it, and it happens in way too many games. Bruno says as well, "I also like Methodon's long comments. Don't let the man put you down, man. I consider the reading at the end like a mini podcast, and the lore is interesting." Yeah, me too. Many streamers seem to talk to their chat, before they start up their video. And it can take them anywhere from like 5 minutes to up to an hour, or even sometimes longer than that. Sometimes like 2 hours of talking with chat before they start up their stream to play the game. And this is like the opposite. We play the game first, and then we wind down afterwards to get to this spot. And yeah, I like it. I like it. It also, again, it holds me to only uploading having one video in advance ready to go, because I won't record the next part until the current part is complete with the comments added to it. So then we've got Bruno. Oh, Bruno also says, "Say, do you think Total Distortion is Let's Play material? I searched it and it piqued my interest. By the way, okay, well, let's stop there. So it could be. I have had a great deal of difficulty getting Total Distortion to work, and I own the CD to Total Distortion, and it won't start on my computer. So I actually need to find a downloadable version of it. If you were going to play it or do a Let's Play on it, you can't buy the physical copy. It doesn't work. It won't run on modern computers. I think it's because it's a 32-bit executable. What was made around 1995 or so, and it won't run on a 64-bit system. It simply won't. I tried everything I could. I tried everything I could think of to get it to work, and I simply couldn't get it to work. So you're gonna have to find it on an abandonware site somewhere, and that's a shame because I paid for a copy of that like 10 or 12 years ago in an attempt to actually do a Let's Play on Total Distortion. Actually, it wasn't 10, 12 years ago. It was more like 7 or 8 years ago. And no, I couldn't get the game to launch. Even if it did launch, I would suspect I couldn't use Fraps to record it. But now we've got stuff like OBS Studio, so I could use that to record Total Distortion. Yeah, so it is a great game in so much that it's like you have the internet and YouTube. It's like you're doing a game based on those before those things really existed. The internet didn't exist in 1995, or if it did, it was just dial-up modems, and it was nowhere like what it is today. Definitely not with the speeds of downloads, and streaming didn't exist. No one really was uploading funny videos for other people to watch in 1995. That wasn't happening. There was occasion, I think game trailers existed, maybe in 1997 or so. But otherwise, yeah, it was pretty empty up here on the internet. So Total Distortion, I like talking about it and remembering it because it was basically the internet before the internet existed. So came out a little too soon. I really like the video creation process in that game. Also, it is absolutely 90s. It is the 90s, what's the word? Personified? In a video game form. Absolutely 100%. I can't think of anything more 90s than Total Distortion was. Bruno also says, by the way, just so you've hit 1,500 subscribers. Congrats. Thank you, Bruno. Thank you, subscribers. I don't really pay attention to that number very much. It's a weird thing to even think about for me that there's this many people who are interested in perhaps watching a video that I upload to my channel, right? When I upload a video to YouTube, I'm not going to get, well, some of my videos have, but generally I'm not going to get my subscriber count in views on any of my videos that I upload. And so it's not that these people they're interested in everything I watch, but they liked what I've done enough, I hope, that they've decided to say, you know what, Tim? I'm going to support you by increasing that number. I am amongst those people who like what you do. And I like that. But I don't view it as just like a pure number. Every single one of those people is well, I guess there could be bots, but that'd be really weird. But and I guess there could be multiple people who have different accounts who sign up for my channel as well. But generally, I view it as like every single one of those people is a person, and they like what I do, or I think they do. Maybe some don't. Maybe I have some hate watchers. I'm sorry if that's the case. I would hope I would make good videos that you would like, but maybe I don't do that for everyone. But in any case, yeah, I can't believe it. That's unbelievable to me. When I started doing this YouTube stuff, I wasn't doing it for popularity. I was doing it because I wanted to watch myself play games, and I was the only one who was playing games the way that I enjoyed at the time. So it's just crazy that there's that many people who like, or who might enjoy the games that I play in the way I play them as well. So, thank you, all you subscribers. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. Jason Hawk says, oh, okay, this is a song, right? I think this is based on the Bad Boys song. What is it? YouTuber, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they copy strike you? Yeah! Just made this up in my mind. I'll tell you what I can do. Nothing! There's nothing I can do. I think he might be referring to, for example, what was occurring over on my Jupiter Hell videos, and we had one happen here too, where we get a strike or a copyright claim. It's not for the reasons they say it is, but I have no recourse. I cannot stop them, and it's awful, and I hate it. But what are you gonna do? You know, I want to make videos so I can watch these maybe 10 years later, assuming YouTube's even around, which it might not be. And darn it, I just have to deal with it. It sucks. It sucks. Good song, though, Mr. Hawk. Robert Barron says, so you agree that the Camarilla is necessary to maintain the Masquerade, correct? Well, not necessarily the Camarilla, but their ideals, I think, I think I would agree with that statement, Robert Barron. Yes, yep. But again, I'm sorry, the statement I just said, not necessarily that the Camarilla is necessary, but I believe that you need laws to maintain the Masquerade. So the Anarch guy tells you about a ghoul who is running her mouth, which threatens the Masquerade. Seems like an easy way to gain favor with the Anarchs and maintain the Masquerade all at the same time. Not sure where the conflict of interest lies and why the reluctance to get rid of Patty. So, my reluctance comes from that Skelter wants us to kill her. That's what he's expecting us to do. He wants us to make her go away. And by that, it's not literally making her go away, as in making her go someplace else. It's taking her out behind the bar, draining her blood entirely. That's what Skelter wants us to do. And as you saw in this video, I have a big problem with people using it as an excuse, because they're gonna... Anyone could begin saying, you know, but that guy gets away, he's gonna break the Masquerade and all this crap. And God, it's just an awful way to guilt trip someone to doing it. And especially for Skelter and the Anarchs, they go on about how the Camarilla laws aren't really necessary, how you should, everyone knows what to do, just be a good guy. And yet, here we have Skelter telling me that they have a problem and they need me to kill it, me to solve that problem, when they're not going to solve the problem. And they want me to do it because I'm getting the impression they just don't want to get their hands dirty, which is exactly what the Camarilla does. So there's no real difference between the Anarchs and the Camarilla in this instance. They're both viewing me as a tool that can get this job done, and if I mess it up, or I get caught doing it, I break the Masquerade, I get in trouble, they don't. The same thing with Pisha. Go and find this guy and kill him. He's got to come back here, kill him. Or he's breaking the Masquerade. Well, you know what, Pisha? Then you're at fault for that, not me. What the heck? Although, in Pisha's defense, she does say, okay, well, if you do this for me, I will go ahead and trade with you. So it's more like a job to gain access to her store, as it were, rather than just a guilt trip for the Masquerade. I don't know. I don't like any of the people who are having me do things because it threatens the Masquerade. But let's be honest from a metagaming perspective. You get experience and you get loot doing almost all of these. It's kind of... This is the reason why I mentioned like about 10, 12 minutes ago or so, how if you guys really don't mind, I could reload the game and we could actually do the job for Pisha instead. Because, man, like passing up 3 to 5 experience points, that's rough in this game. As is passing up at least the first of the artifacts Pisha will give to you, assuming you find an artifact to trade to her, with her for. Now, that won't happen until quite some time later. We're several hours away from being able to complete the first of Pisha's tasks. But in any case, role-playing in games like this, which actually expect you to probably do every single quest you're given, is kind of rough to skip them. But back to Patty. Yeah, so you might have noticed, Rubber Baron, that in the beginning of this part of this video, that I remembered... No, not remembered. I'm pretty sure we can convince Patty to go away. And I mean actually talk with her. So we'll try that. I don't know if I've got the... Oh, ignore this. I'm loading a much earlier save. We don't have 11 experience points. I think I've got 3 experience points on Lotaeri currently in the game. So it's not quite enough to raise my persuasion another point. And that would be scholarship I'd be interested in leveling. That's 6 points. We'll see what I do. All right. Anyway, let's keep going. Methadron says, "Hey Tim, I'm back, and I'm still on the roll with the long comments." All right, that's no problem, Methadron. So here we go. So this time we met the Tremere and learned about gargoyles and homunculi. And Strauss even mentioned something interesting. He called you a neonate, and even said that LaCroix was young. This shows Lotaeri that there are ranks within the Camarilla, but that rank and age are not really linked with each other, or the position of power the vampire holds. These things are often linked, but not always. I did a little research about LaCroix. It turns out he's about 190 years old. Yeah, so let's talk about that really quick as well about Mr. Strauss. So with what you mentioned as well, and what's coming up, Methadron, I actually like Strauss a little more than LaCroix, and perhaps more than some of the other vampires we've talked to as well. Most of the other vampires we've interacted with have called us fledgling. And Methadron will talk a little bit later about what rank that is. But Strauss called us a neonate, which is a higher rank in the vampire order. And I like that. That's a little more respect from Strauss. Maybe he's buttering us up. He is a member of the Camarilla, but apparently all vampires like to do this. I guess they're so used to playing political games they feel they have to do so. But I like that. And I like that he is willing to deal with me and pay me for my time. LaCroix's task for the Astrolite and blowing up the warehouse was basically done to show that we're worthy of getting other tasks for him and to continue existing. But I like that Strauss is, again, treating us as not really an equal because he's the leader of the Tremere here in LA, but at least someone who doesn't look down on us as much. And yes, yep, you're right, Methadron, that there are other ranks. I thought when Strauss originally called us that, until I read your comment, that the terms fledgling and neonate, neonate might have been the more official term for fledgling, but otherwise fledgling was used as the newcomer, right? Or the, yeah, that's about right. And that they were interchangeable. So that's interesting if they are not interchangeable, that one actually means a higher rank than the other. And LaCroix being 190 years old, I actually thought he was a little older than that. He's portrayed here as being well, I don't want to really spoil anything, but I have actually kind of like LaCroix. I wish he was done a little... Some of his actions were done a little bit differently, but he is rather impulsive when it comes to getting the things he wants. And I think if he was perhaps a little wiser, or maybe older, those two don't necessarily go hand in hand, that he would be a little more careful about the things he is trying to go about doing. But, well, that's up to individual vampires, I suppose. I'm going on a tangent. Let's continue. The vampire, so Methadron says, the vampires inside the Camarilla have ranks that sort vampires basically by age. Fledgling. These are vampires directly after being embraced. Basically vampires that still need to learn how to walk. Right? LaCroix called us that. And I guess that would be accurate when he did call us that when we were leaving the theater, right? Prove you're above your base instincts, fledgling, or don't come back until you do. Good evening. And then Strauss called us a neonate, and Methadron says, neonates are vampires after they do not need the protection of their sire anymore. You could say that the neonates are still vampires in training, but they at least have learned the basics. Neonates are generally lightly involved in the true machinations of undead society. They aren't powerful enough to really matter, and are consequently used primarily as pawns by the elders. Okay, yep, so that's us. We're being used as pawns by everyone here in California so far that we have met. Bertram Tung used Knox to use us to kill the Asian vampire that he wanted dead. The sisters... why can't I think of it? Vorman. The Vorman sisters, they used us to complete tasks that they needed done. Or that they wanted done, right? Therese wanted us to purge the ghosts from the hotel. Jeanette wanted to get a little bit of vengeance on her sister and spite her. And so she had us slash the paintings and so on. And this will be the case throughout the game. It's also the case with the Anarchs, right? Skelter wants us to kill Patty. Nines seems to be the only one who doesn't really have a job for us to do. Although I'm sure saving us... well, no, I didn't get that impression from Nines. When Nines saved us, he just saved us. That was a, you know what? You don't deserve to die like this, man. I'm saving your life. You don't owe me anything. Just be careful, and come talk to me if you want a lowdown. So, I like that about Nines very much. I don't necessarily agree with the Anarch ideals, but I can respect and appreciate some of what they hold. And I do like the Anarchs I've talked with. I generally like all the Anarchs. They're really emotionally invested in their political outlook, and I kind of like that. I kind of like that for them. Their voice actors are also fantastic. But the voice acting in this game is really amazing. I've liked every single vampire or ghoul we've talked to so far. After the neonates comes... Oh, I can't pronounce this, Methodron. Let me see if I can. Ancilla? Ancilla? I think it's Ancilla. Ranking above neonates and below elders, Ancilla are vampires that are at least 100 to 200 years old. Remember that vampires only count the time as a vampire in this ranking. They are agents of elders and play their own power games. I guess that LaCroix is in this rank because of his age. Strauss seems to be older than this, but I did not find his age. Okay, thank you for that, Methodron. I always thought that the power of the vampire was related to the level of the ancient level, like a 5th level of, if you're 3 steps away from Cain, you are held in much higher respect and feared compared to if you're 8 steps away from Cain. But maybe that's only deals with the vampire powers, their disciplines, and their physical attributes, right? Because other vampires would have hundreds of years. Well, then they've lived for hundreds, but they're always they're asleep. I'm babbling. So let's go back to to your statement. So that's interesting. So there is some seniority here, at least for the Camarilla. Right? I guess this is one of the big differences between them, because so far the Anarchs and Camarilla have basically treated us kind of the same, having us do tasks that some of them view as beneath them. Well, is that true? The Anarchs actually are trying to have you help them. Damsel wants to figure out what's going on with the Plague Bearers. We should probably go back and talk with Strauss about what the Anarchs have said as well. All right, well, let's continue. The Elders, and then Methodron says the Elders are the final rank. Elders are the oldest vampires and had an unlife of at least 300 years. They're the most powerful vampires, but there are a lot of differently aged vampires within this rank. Methodron also says learning another clan's ability disciplines is possible within the pen and paper rules, but not within this game. That would have been too complicated, I think, and it is rarely done within the White Wolf RPG. Yeah, back here when this game was made, back in 2004, it's so weird this game was made, like, almost 20 years ago, given that the graphics still hold up pretty well today. But yeah, I can understand why they lock you into disciplines here, as opposed to the pen and paper game where that was not the case. It does add some replayability as well, so you can go through the game using a different vampire with completely different types of skills or talents, and try answering, solving the problems presented to you in different ways, both in combat and social. So that is interesting. I couldn't remember if vampires could learn disciplines from other clans in the pen and paper rules. I guess when you create your vampire, maybe you can, if you have a good, depending upon your background, you can go ahead and select different disciplines to start yourself with. I don't remember ever changing my disciplines. I always went with what was recommended at the time, but it's been almost, I'd say it's been over 20 years since I last played, I think, Vampire. Sorry, World of Darkness books from the original Vampire. Well, was the original Vampire? Whatever edition it was I had played back in, like, 1999 and the year 2000. You can learn other clans' disciplines either by learning them from someone who has this discipline. This is almost never done unless you have proven extremely valuable to the clan, or it is for some reason needed for a mission that you do for this clan. Alright, sure. Yep. So again, in the pen and paper... Yeah, that's right. Pen and paper rules... Probably some DMs wouldn't care what you do, like what disciplines you have, as long as you write a great background for your vampire that would explain why you have them. But I can see that once the game starts, you're probably not going to get a chance to switch out your disciplines or learn something new. Plus, you need experience points to do that, if I recall correctly. Also, just like in this game. But I remember it being really difficult to get experience points in the old World of Darkness game. The other way to learn another's clan discipline is through a drastic method, something called Delabry. Yes, I was planning on talking about that later in the game. So I'll talk. I'm going to hold off reading the rest of your comment, Methodron, until I talk about what I remember it being. Delabry is a way in which a vampire drains another vampire of all their blood and then gains all their powers. There might be a little more involved than that, but that's what I remember of it. And I think it's mentioned, I think we might have heard it mentioned once here already, but that is a big plot point here for Bloodlines, if I recall. Now let's read the rest of Methodron's comment here. This can make a vampire a lot more powerful. Delabry is the killing of another vampire by draining all their blood and drawing their soul, whatever is left of that, into your body. You then have to use your willpower to defeat their soul within your body so that they do not take over your body. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't realize there was a struggle after that. I thought it was basically find an ancient or someone who's a lower generation than you, kill them, drink all their blood, and you've won, basically. Which is a big reason why people want to find ancients who are still sleeping, because it gives them the best chance. I guess it still gives them the best chance of doing that Delabry, because they can't fight back. Which is something else you have to worry about naturally, trying to find and kill someone who's 3 or 4 generations lower than you. But yes, there's still a battle to be held inside of you after you do that. That's interesting. I didn't realize that was the case. Huh. I kind of like that idea. It means that you could still lose, and I guess then you've just given that ancient vampire your youthful complex. Well, actually, I guess you don't have to be youthful. But you've given him your soul instead, and he continues to exist. This gives you a lot of power, can give you their disciplines, and even lower your generation. But it's also cost you a lot of humanity, and your aura stays tainted for a long time. And a lot of vampires know auspex, and know how to read this taint on your aura. So this shows that you killed another vampire in a way that was not only frowned upon, but forbidden in all vampire sects, as far as I know. Oh, it's interesting, even the Sabbat frown on that. Interesting. So if they know you did this, the hunting season is called on you, and you are basically dead. And this is only if you find a way to kill a vampire in this way, which is not easy at all. Some information about Jack. Yeah, Jack is definitely one of a kind vampire. He is called Smiling Jack, with his full name, and is a legendary anarch. He is old, embraced in the 1650s, but he is not a political player. He is trying to survive, and have a little fun while doing so. I did a short search on the internet and found that he is older than LaCroix. As you see, age doesn't really mean all that much in vampire society. Correct, yep. I guess it's just a title that you have, but a prince could be a younger vampire in the Camarilla order at least than someone who is be 1 or even maybe 2 generations lower, right? It also depends upon the vampire's outlook. Right? We know the Nosferatu, for example, they're not interested in leading anybody, so they don't care about that sort of crap at all. But there are probably still several older ancient Nosferatu who will work with the Camarilla. Methodron then says, it's interesting that your LARP character was an anarch. You said he was a Giovanni. So I have a small correction to make here. So I played 2 characters when I was playing World of Darkness. My time in college, I played a Giovanni when I was doing the LARP there. And a few times when we go to a hotel to play, I think it was 2 or 3 times then, we all played a different vampire than what we were playing at college. I was playing a Toreador anarch there. So, yeah, a bit different. I miss my Giovanni, to tell you the truth, when I was playing the Toreador, because I liked his disciplines a lot better. I like using rates. I remember once so the LARP was ongoing, right? And no one was inside the meeting room for Elysium, and I walked right in there, and no one said anything. And I summoned the Game Master to me, and I was like, I want to put a wraith in here that can listen to everything that happens in this room, and I can get information from it later. And he said, sure. I did a little ritual. No one said anything. No one stopped even into the room. And then I left. That was awesome. I was basically able to spy on all the Camarilla at the time when I was there visiting them. I don't even know how that works, but that's the way we did it. When we probably broke all sorts of rules. We were just having fun, though, right? Whatever. Now, I know that each RPG round in session has a lot of house rules. Yeah, okay. Yes, I was just talking about this. And if your storytellers allow this, then fine. But there are a few independent clans in the White Wolf lore. The 4 independent clans in publication history were described as the Giovanni, the followers of Set, the Assamite, and Ravnos. The Giovanni are also one of the clans that do not have a real antediluvian. The Giovanni took over another clan that is now lost, the clan Cappadocian. This was in, I believe, 1333. Had a short campaign set in this event, so I know this relatively well. Oh, nice! Yeah, I just basically, I want to play a necromancer. That's basically all I wanted. My friends were trying to convince me to play the LARP with them. I held out for some time. I wasn't that interested in it. Oh, I also roleplayed a ghoul during that game. I played one of my friend's bouncers for a bar that he owned. I forget the name of it now, but I did a really good job at it. If I remember correctly, everyone was really impressed with how loyal I was to my friend's character, and I wouldn't let anyone in to the bar if they weren't given split orders to do so. And so that was a lot of fun doing that. I should remember the name of my character, but I can't remember his name. And my friend was an actual La Sombra, but he was acting like a different Camarilla vampire instead at the time. So there must have been some house rules there, because Auspex might have detected what clan he was in, right? Or at least that he's maybe a member of the Sabbat. So that was a lot of fun. What else is there? Sorry. Now for handling Patty. She is a risk for the Masquerade, and that could be enough of justification for killing her. But Lotaeri is a very human vampire. His high humanity shows that he holds himself to a higher code of honor than most humans do. Yeah, so Robert Barry, if you're still listening, this is another reason why I don't want to kill Patty. We've got 10 humanity, and Toreador are all about being as human as possible. And so I don't really want to kill her. And that was the whole reason why I turned down Skelter when he asked me to eliminate her. This means that he could just tell Skelter that he will take care of Patty, but will try to help her instead of killing her, and if he doesn't find a way to help her out, he could just not kill her and let her do her thing. Yes! So, that's what I want to do. And when I read your comment, Methajon, is when I hadn't even considered if I was able to convince Patty to leave. And so, with that said, I will see if we can do that. Because I would like to do most of these quests for the other vampires. It's just a question of does my character, can I find a way that excuses him to do this sort of thing? Like with Vandal, for example, and replanting Lily. That would save us $200, and I think it would earn us 1 or 2 experience points. I'm not doing it. Absolutely not. There is no way I can convince myself that's the right thing to do with Lotaeri. I'd rather pay money to get access to his blood bank, and I'm fine losing some experience points instead of replacing getting a new victim for Vandal to drain blood from every so often. No, we're not doing that. But for Skelter, I was like, darn it, if I have to kill her, I'm not going to do that. And Skelter's basically telling me, kill her. No, I'm not. I don't want to do that. Don't take the quest. But as you saw in the beginning of this quest, yep, I went ahead and did it. At least, I'm sorry, we took the quest. Probably in the next part, we'll go ahead and try to get that done. What else do we have? Oh, this will kill her sooner or later, but at least he tried to help her out. Right. So in other words, if we don't help her, we just let her do her own thing. We never complete the quest. Eventually, story-wise, she'll die. Someone else will do it, but it won't be us. And I'm fine with that. So, to your question in the video, there are actually anti-tribu of the Zimichi and the Sombra within the Camarilla, but those are relatively rare. But they exist and are hunted by the regular Zimitri and La Sombra. So yeah, they exist. Okay, yeah, okay. So that was something I had wondered about, because unless the blood makes it so that they cannot perceive a reality that doesn't let them agree with the Sabbat. Like, let's say that you're there's no way to really describe it in it. Maybe there is. Like, imagine that you have political or religious views, and they cannot be changed. They will not be changed, no matter what. And it's because of the blood that you have in you. And so, unless something like that was going on, I would have thought there might have been 1 or 2 of them that were with the Camarilla. Although, to be fair, they probably took a lot to get them to be trusted, because of the amount of, what's I'm looking for? Discrimination? Probably that's the correct word. Against certain members of different clans within different sects, would be my guess. Like, it would be hard to have a Giovanni be a member of the Camarilla without suspecting that he's... The Camarilla always suspecting that he's playing, like, the long game and trying to infiltrate and sabotage the Camarilla within a certain area. Mithran then says, not only are the Tremere very secretive about... Oh, is that right? Yeah. Very secretive about their blood magic, but also about their origin. They also do not have an anti-tribu, as they once were human mages who used their own magic and vampire blood rituals to become immortal. So they are the only vampire clan that was basically artificially created. Oh, interesting. I had often wondered which clan created them and gave them the power of that blood magic. It's just that they made it themselves, right? Oh, that's so cool. Alright, and then Mithran ends with, but that's enough for today. I will hear from you next time. Yep, and on that note, that's enough for me as well today. And I hope I will see from all of you next time as well. Take care, everyone, and thanks for listening to me ramble on.